Do you agree? A little bit practice is necessary. I see some people sentences in the group, not everybody. There you go. Show me what you've got. Good.
Good evening, sir.
Hey, some video. She's looking absolutely stunning, and her husband is quite good looking, actually. Hmm. Mhm. Hmm. Okay, I'll speak after her. Almost all Italians used to have coffee after lunch. Yeah, good. My husband watched TV after dinner. My husband watched TV after he had dinner, or he had had dinner. I watched TV after I washed the dishes. He could go out to play with his friends after he had done his homework. Hey, I had walked the dog before I went to work. Good. Nowadays, we have to buy a ticket before we get on the bus. Years ago, we bought it on the bus. Yeah. I had lived in S. Hermet before I moved to. Okay. I did my homework before dinner. Good. I had parked my car before the crossroads. Okay. Today's class recording. I'm going to share. Um, huh? Yesterday's recording. Yesterday's only. No,
Good
no, no.
evening, sir.
When we have a modifier already, we don't need the. Hey, Sumit. Yeah. Yesterday's class recording. I want to go there before anyone else. Okay. They were having dinner before I reached there. Okay. I was in the market before you. Good. Kushi. They had they had dinner sounds better than they were having dinner. They had dinner before I reached there, or they had had dinner before I reached there. Okay. Next. After I would like to go there after you. Having green tea after lunch is good for health. I ate fruits after I had exercised this morning. Okay. Good. Yeah, good. Good job. And then I sleep after I eat lunch. I sleep after I eat lunch. Yeah, after is a conjunction. Yes. I started reading and collecting books, novels after I read. Here a camel. Here after is a conjunction. Yes. I talk to my mom after I wake up in the morning. Good. Everyone got so happy in my home after watching my brother's result. Good for you.
Good evening, sir.
I got her no number. Kushi, you have written I got her number. I got her number. I got her number.
You
And
opened Rosanna profile.
okay. You are talking about Rosanna?
Yes.
You got Rosanna's number?
Yeah.
Oh, good. No problems.
Good evening, sir.
Hey, Yasmin, ma'am. Good evening. I'm coming in 3 minutes, going to bring something from a shop for my mom. Okay, no problems. I stopped calling every day. Okay, yeah. I stopped calling to my dad after that day, after his appreciation. Okay.
Good
Uh,
evening, sir.
I don't think two is needed here. Hey, Aisha. Good evening. I stopped calling my dad after that day. Almost everyone sleeps in hostel after lunch. Almost everyone sleeps in hostel. Okay. Uh, Where are you, Rukaya? Rukaya and everybody, pay attention to something very interesting I'm going to tell you. Think of this in hostel here and try and place it here. Almost everyone in hostel sleeps after lunch. Think about it. If you
At
take in hostel from here and place here, Kushi, very important to you. Okay, very important for you. This, okay? Place this in hostel after everyone. Almost everyone in hostel sleeps after lunch. So, how the meaning changes? When you say everyone in hostel sleeps after lunch, you're talking about the people in hostel. Now, here you're saying almost everyone sleeps in hostel. Please understand. You're not talking about hostel people. You're talking about everyone, but they sleep in hostel. Okay, listen to this. Everyone in the class smokes. Everyone in the class smokes. Everyone smokes in the class. Do you see the difference? Is she here? Rukaya, you're here, right? How
Yes, sir.
changes the meaning slightly, right? Just placing it in a different place. Almost everyone in hostel sleeps after lunch. That's what you want to say, Rukaya?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Right. So, guys, placing the phrases, at the right place is very important. Putting them in the right place is very important. English is a funny language this way. After almost everyone in hostel sleeps after lunch. They didn't go home after the holidays. Okay. They were so happy to go home before the holidays. Good. She was always happy before the accident. Okay. She was always happy before that accident. I didn't know many things before I joined STC, before is a conjunction. I had taught many students before I came to Patna for my studies. Very good. I stopped reading novels because I had an exam. As soon as my exam was over, I started reading again. I'm glad that some of my students have developed a reading habit. Wow. Something that is absolutely rare in today's generation. As soon as she reached her school, she called me. Good. Everyone got so happy after watching my brother's. Yeah, it is a preposition. Absolutely correct, Lena. After watching my brother's result, there is no subject verb. Rukaya, there is no subject
Yes, sir.
verb.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I know, sir. I made mistake.
Hmm. I check my phone after I get out of bed. No, I don't think you wait to get out of bed, Aisha. I think you check your phone while you are in bed, when you just after you open your eyes. Isn't that true, Aisha? You don't wait to get out of bed. Nobody waits to get out of bed. Most of us check our, if I want to say they were still having their lunch when I reached there. So you can't use the word before. Okay, Kushi? If you want to say they were still having lunch, when you reach there, that's fine. But you cannot use the word before. You are rightly using the word when. That's fine. Okay. When you reach there, they were having lunch. Okay. I check my phone after I open my eyes. I wake up. I call my friends after I complete my studies. Yeah, good. However, you want to say, okay, I understand what you mean. She goes to sleep after she reads a book. Okay. This sentence is technically correct. Okay. Book पढ़ने के बाद वो सो जाती है. She goes to sleep after she reads a book. Hmm. I would rather write this way. She reads a book before she goes to sleep. ये दोनों अलग अलग इंफॉर्मेशन है. ये इंफॉर्मेशन, दिस इंफॉर्मेशन इज हाईलाइटिंग, यू नो वो सोने कब जाती है? बुक पढ़ने के बाद. एंड आई वांट टू से कि सोने के पहले बुक पढ़ती है. तो शी रीड्स अ बुक बिफोर शी गोज टू स्लीप. So it's very much the same thing as, time passes, Aisha. As you improve your understanding, you will understand this minute thing. We went shopping after we had lunch. We went shopping after we had lunch. Okay. So yeah, we went shopping after we had lunch. So first we had lunch and then we went shopping. After the movie ended, we went to a restaurant for dinner. Very good. First the movie and then dinner. I felt much better after I took some rest. Very good. For the movie started, we bought some popcorn. Before the movie started, we bought some popcorn. Okay. So popcorn first and then the film started. Okay. So before the movie started, we bought some popcorn. Okay. We can also, अच्छा बताओ इसमें had कहाँ लगा सकते हैं? Where can we use had? I mean to say which part, this part or this part can change into the past perfect. I want everybody to take their time, no hurry, because the answer can be 50% correct, even if it is a blind guess, right? So I don't want you to make a blind guess. I want you to think about what I've taught and decide where would you like to use past perfect? This part with
Sir, in the
movie
first
part or
part,
popcorn part? Okay.
before we bought some popcorn before the movie had started.
We had bought some popcorn before the movie was started.
क्या करे आरिश?
I added had with some popcorn.
But then you also added was with movie was started. Why?
Hmm.
Why?
Sorry, sir. Before the movie started. We'll
Right.
correct you.
Yes, yes. Okay. Everybody think about it. Which is the first action? Popcorn or movie? Buying the
And the
popcorn
popcorn,
or movie
buying
starting?
popcorn.
So past perfect can only be used with the first action, not with the second action. Okay, Sumit? Before the movie started, we had bought some popcorn. Okay? फिल्म शुरू होने के पहले हम लोगों ने कुछ पॉपकॉर्न खरीद लिया था.
In first action, we use it.
Past perfect,
Yeah, past perfect.
not with the second action.
Okay.
क्योंकि पास्ट परफेक्ट के लिए पीछे की तरफ जाना पड़ेगा. पीछे मतलब पहला एक्शन, राइट? Do you still have doubts, Sumit?
No, sir. Got it.
Okay. I like to exercise before I start my day. Very good. Basically, she starts with her day with exercise. Very good. I like to exercise. I charge my phone before I go to bed. I plug my phone to charging before I go to bed. Very good. Before the sun set, we reached home. Okay. So, अगर इसमें आपको had लगाना हो past perfect, where would you use past perfect? There is only one possibility. Okay. If you want to use past perfect, with which part is it possible? Everybody take your time. Take your time. I'll ask you and then you guys will answer. Read, understand. Okay. So before the sunset, we reached home. Answer. Come on, everybody. Tell me.
Sir, we had reached home
We had
before
reached home.
We
Okay.
had reached
Before
home.
the sunset.
before the
Before the
sun.
sunset, we
The
had reached
sunset.
home. Okay. That's possible. If anybody put had with the sun part, sun had set, that will be definitely wrong. 100%. Because it is the second action. First, we reached home, then the sunset. Sunset. Before the sunset, we reached home. सूरज के डूबने से पहले हम लोग घर पहुंच गए थे. So we had reached home is possible, but it is not compulsory. Got it?
Yes.
Because the message is clear anyway. So it is not compulsory. Number 5, think carefully before you make a decision. First, think and then make a decision. Okay? Think carefully before you make a decision. Call me as soon as you reach home. As soon as I got the money, I went shopping. Huh? Very bad. You should have first paid your teacher, Aisha. Okay? That's very bad. You know what she did? As soon as she got the money, she went shopping. She didn't think about her teacher's family. Can you believe it? I will message you as soon as I get any updates. Okay. As soon as she saw me, she smiled. Okay. She felt better as soon as she took the medicine. Wow. It was magical or what? Okay. Rosanna can't join today. All right. Next. Sumit. People get the experience after failures. Your problem has always been look at the number of words in your sentence. You love doing this.
I did it deliberately, sir.
You love doing this. Look at the number
But
of words in his
I
look at the number of words in his sentences, guys.
not in all sentences, sir. Only in few.
I can count this one and this one. Okay, every sentence goes in 2 lines at least. Okay, see what happens. This is not considered good unless you are a pro. It is your mother tongue. You're really at an advanced level. Okay. You are most likely, I haven't read, but I'm saying you're very likely to have made mistake here. Okay. People get the experience after failures, sharing which they can help others to avoid doing the same mistakes. Now, the thing is, when we write something like this, casually, people understand the message. But when we analyze it more minutely, then we realize there must be some changes made in order to make them correct. And you know what? Kushi is here. Kushi, I've noticed in CAT also they do this. They will give you long sentences. A sentence which will go in 4 lines. Okay. 20-word sentence, 25-word sentence. And there would be a mistake here or there. And they would ask you to spot that. It's so difficult to focus, on the entire sentence and spot that word. Very difficult. People get the experience after failures. Failures, okay. Sharing which, what do they share?
The experience.
How far is the word experience with the word which?
Not too far, sir.
So try, if you use the word which for any noun, okay, try and stay close to that word. Try to make sure that there aren't other nouns closer to the word which. because then people might confuse, because you know which is a relative pronoun. It relates to the noun before, right? And that's why things like this can be a little confusing.
Confusing.
Understand? So everybody, what is the message? Which refers to a noun. It's a relative pronoun. Who refers to
Yes.
people? Who refers to
Yes.
people? Where refers to places? So when you are using relative pronouns, what you should try to ensure is the noun that the relative pronoun refers to is close to that relative pronoun.
Yes.
Okay. Although they can help others to avoid doing the same mistakes. Yesterday I taught you something. Can you remember? Khushi?
Made a mistake.
So here what correction he should make?
Should I say, sir?
Yes, yes, of course, Samit.
So they can help others to avoid making the same mistake.
Very good. Khushi, you couldn't answer. This doing
I
was
was speaking, my mic was
oh,
muted, sorry.
okay. So this doing should change into making, right? Making the same mistakes. Avoid making the same mistakes. Help others to avoid making the same mistakes. You're doing a good job, Sumit, because so many verb patterns are all correct. You know, in English, verb patterns play a very important role. You used avoid doing, you used help others to do something. So you're right in many places. I mean, there are a lot of things that I can feel happy about this sentence, but this is one piece of suggestion advice, that one piece of advice that you can take. Whenever you use relative pronouns, okay, make sure that the noun that it refers to is close to that pronoun.
Yeah, I'm getting it, sir, because this time which is we will get confused because of which, because it is connecting with failures
Got it.
also. Yeah,
And it is a lesson, Khushi, you will need. This exactly this point will be taught many times during your cat preparations, because a lot of questions they give, they just put the wrong noun before the relative pronoun. Okay, and you need to spot that. Just like I said here, experience that help that can help. Okay, so we need sharing that experience. We need to share experience which can help others. And unfortunately, the word failure is with close to which. So it's going to be very important to you, Kushi. I hope you're trying to understand the message here and my correction as well. My objection to this sentence. Next. Although great people have advised to wake up before the sunrise because it is the first step to become disciplined, yet some people choose to go to bed after the sunrise. Okay. Very good. Turn off the gas after cooking. While going out, some girls apply moisturizer. While going out, some girls apply moisturizer, toner, foundation after face wash, whereas boys use only Boroplus. Mm. They decided to stop their studies. They decided to stop their studies after graduation and learn some extraordinary skills. Took all the gifts back before the break. Okay. Turn off double F. Turn off double F. Turn off the lights after you finish studying. Have a cup of milk before you go to bed. Biharis crack UPSC exams easily after breaks, their love breaks their hearts. Okay. She shopped for 2 hours more in Big Bazaar Mall after she finished shopping in Trends. Do some stretching before you commence the long run. Okay, commence means start, guys. It's a formal word for start. Do some stretching before you start the long run. We all feel uncomfortable talking to strangers before we find out the fun in it. Oh, okay. Before we find out the fun in it. You're right. Somewhere. I enjoy talking to strangers a lot. Arish writes, I drink banana shake before I go do weightlifting at the gym. Are you going to the gym, Arish? Are you regular? Uh, I woke up before my alarm rang. You confused your alarm, huh? I woke up before my alarm rang. Before I sleep, I listen to some English podcasts. Good. I had done my homework before I watched. However, however, this sentence can be correct in a certain situation. Let me explain what that situation could be. Suppose your father came home, your mother came home, and she saw you watching England's innings. Okay? And later, she said nothing to you. When in the evening, when Papa came home, she complained about you. I came home, he was watching England's innings, he didn't do his homework, nothing. Then you tell your father, I'd done my homework before I was watching the match. Okay? I'd done my homework. Got it? I'd taken lots of mock tests of me. What do you mean? What do you mean of me?
Means I gave the mock tests, sir.
Why would you use this of me? I mean, what's the point? I'd taken lots of mock tests before the exams. Makes sense. Why would you put this of me? I don't understand this. This is just
It's a
unnecessary.
mistake then.
I had taken lots of mock tests before the exams. Okay. Just of me is unnecessary. That's it. I was born before my brother. Before saying something, we must think. Before my graduation, I was in class 12th. Good. Look, these examples convey very clearly that you understand the sequence. So, fine, good. I moved to Bangalore after I had completed my graduation. Yes, you did that. My dad gave me money after I had asked for some. No need to use of it again. My dad gave me money after I asked for some. After I had asked for some. Okay. People will understand. You asked for some money and your father gave you. Okay. I watched a movie after I got to bed. I watched a movie after I went to bed. Okay. I had some fizzy drinks after I had biryani. Okay. Fizzy drinks. I messaged you after I got home. Okay. After you, I'll have a bath. After getting a good job, I'll choose my life partner. Yeah, it's easy for you. I'll talk to you after the class. I'll talk to you after the class. How many partners will you have, Arish? 1, 2, 3, 4. How many will you choose? Arish?
What, sir?
How
How
many will
many
you
part?
how many will you have? 1, 2, 3, 4. How
I
many?
wish to I wish to get 3. It's my just it's my wish, you say.
सुन रहे हो ना सब लोग?
Sir, I'm not lying. I'm straightforward. That is why I'm not trying to say.
हाँ हाँ, किसने कहा कुछ भी? जिस किसी को दुल्हन ना मिले, पता है ना किसको गरियाना है? तुम्हारे हिस्से की कौन लेके गया है?
Sir, after getting a good job,
हाँ भाई, तो
there is a
तेरे गुड जॉब की वजह से ऊपर वाला ज्यादा लड़की बना देगा क्या? सब तीन तीन लेके निकल लेंगे तो कितने रह जाएंगे अकेले? भाई 50% मैन 50% women, राइट? ये तीन लेके निकल जाएगा। अरे ऐसे दो चार और निकल जाएं, तुम्हारे आसपास कुंवारे लड़के रह जाएंगे बेचारे, दे विल नेवर गेट अ वाइफ। सॉरी लेना, you know, Arish wants to have three wives, so I'm telling him it is not fair, because some men will not get wives, if he chooses to have three wives, because we have only
Ah,
50% women in the world. And in a country like in India, sex ratio is already pretty lopsided. There are more men and less women. Okay, in Bihar, I think there are 912 girls or 928 girls for every 1,000 boys. I'm not sure about the number though. Okay, but it is below 950. Okay, and you will take three. It means two men at least will be without a partner because of you, Arish.
so it is. I just said, sir. I am not saying that it's confirmed.
अरे भाई, योर
Just
इंटेंशंस
I
आई नो
want.
व्हाट यू आर सेइंग। अभी हम लोग को मनाना पड़ेगा तेरा जॉब साधारण रहे, तू तीन ना खिला पाए, फिर ठीक है। इफ ही गॉट अ बिग जॉब गाइस, if he starts earning 2 lakh rupees a month, who will stop him from having three? Nobody can. But if he earns 30 40,000 only, then maybe he will have to be happy with just one. What do you think, Zafri? तुम्हें ना मिले तो समझ लेना। अब समझ में आया 700 मिलियन गर्ल्स में से क्यों नहीं मिल रही? Because people are looking for three for themselves. So selfish, so selfish. भाई माफ कर दे यार, ठीक है? दूसरों के बारे में सोच थोड़ा। सुमित, अच्छा तो तुम्हारी बात तो अलग हुई, छोड़ो। Okay. Okay, let's see. I'll talk to you after the class. No, no, don't talk to me about it. Okay. So he chose three. He did not say two. He did not say four. He said three. So first time, even if you make a mistake, Arish, it's all right because you will have two more attempts. You know, you need to be more careful, Sumit. You will have only one attempt. Okay. He has two more chances. Okay. Wow. कैसा 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 फायदा ले रहा रे बाबा। I'll talk to you after the class. After the meeting ends, I'm going to have a coffee or tea. After the meeting ends, I'm going to have a coffee or tea. I'm going to have a coffee or tea. Sunita has arrived, Arish. Sunita, how are you doing, Sunita?
I'm good, sir.
Did you hear?
Yes, sir.
What did I say?
No, sir. I just joined.
You just joined. You missed the fun part.
What was that?
Arish wants three wives.
What?
Yes.
I'm getting, sir.
He said he wants three wives. If he earns enough money, if he can feed three, he will have three.
Gee, that's a funny thing.
Hmm. And many boys will be very angry with him. I'm telling you,
Absolutely. Why not?
because they will not get their wives.
Hmm.
Hmm. After the meeting ends, I'm going to have a cup of coffee or tea. Yeah. Do it quickly, Arish, because you may not have a chance in a couple of years' time. In a couple of years' time, we are gonna see what? You, क्या कहते हैं उसको? What do they call it? All the same rules for everybody in civic man. UCC. What? Uniform Civil Code. Only one wife, Arish. Sorry. So do it very quickly. You are running against time. Okay. If you manage to do it within 2 years, I think you are fine. Otherwise, I don't think it can wait longer than 2 years. Mm. you guys have opinions on UCC? Like, what is UCC, by the way, in a country like India? What does UCC mean on an educational angle? What do you know about UCC? What does UCC mean? I mean, what do you understand by UCC? Same rules, like what kind of same rules? Are there not same rules right now? If you commit a murder, then you will have the same, crime punishment. Then what is this UCC? We are talking about criminal matters. In criminal matters, all people are treated the same way. But there are civic matters, and in civic matters, all people are not treated the same. For example, in Rajasthan, there is a community where divorce is not possible. Understand? Divorce is not possible. The idea of divorce doesn't exist in that community. This is their own rule. So what happened? A man actually wanted to divorce his wife. He could not, because the community that he belonged to didn't have that system. So he went to, he went to court, and he wanted justice for himself. He said, "I'm not happy living with this lady. I don't want to be with this woman. I want divorce." Now, here is the problem. The problem is, because he belongs to XYZ community, and those in that community, men cannot divorce their wives. So what happens here? His individual liberty, equality everybody has here in front of law, right? So everybody should have the freedom to choose who they want to live with. So this man, he has his basic fundamental right that he doesn't want to be with this woman. So he should have the freedom to choose, right? Not to live with her. Whatever, money that he needs to pay and everything, he will be okay with that, but he doesn't want to live with that woman. But because of his community, he has to. Is it fair with that man? Is it fair with that man that he has to live with that woman, even though he doesn't want to? Do you think it's okay for a society to force people to live with somebody when they don't want to? Do you expect a progressive society to be this way? So what will UCC do? UCC will ensure that all people follow certain rules when it comes to individual rights. Fine. In your XYZ community, people don't want to divorce, it's okay. But if somebody wants to divorce, then the constitution of the country will prevail, which says that yes, you can divorce if you are not happy with your wife. You cannot side there because he belongs to XYZ community. It is okay with him. You can't do that. So communities will lose their spatial rights when those rights will be in conflict with the fundamental rights of an individual. Are you getting the point? When the fundamental rights of somebody will be under threat because of certain rules or rituals or traditions of a community, then the community's traditions will not be considered superior. The law will be considered superior. There is a case in court, another case. Listen to this. There is a girl. According to Indian Constitution, women, if they want, they will have the same rights in their paternal property as their brothers. All the female, students here, you guys have the same rights in your father's property as your brothers. Tani, Gaurav and your brother has rights in your father's property. You have the same rights. Okay. It's up to you. You want to claim it or not, it's up to you. But you have the same rights legally. Legally, you have the same rights. Okay, Sunita? Aisha? Yasmin ma'am? Kushi? All of you, according to the Indian Constitution, in your father's property, you have the same rights as your brother. But the problem is, this girl belongs to a Muslim community. She went to court because, according to Muslim law, okay, she doesn't have the equal rights as her brother in her father's property. Now there is a conflict. Which law is more superior? The Indian Constitution or their community law? Understand? Now, she wants the division of the property according to the Indian law, Constitution, equal rights. Will she get equal rights? Because the people who are against her, they will say, oh, she belongs to our community. In our community, we have our own laws. Girls get 1/3, 1/2, whatever, I don't know, but they don't get equal rights. So she shouldn't get equal rights. This is the problem. But nobody will discuss these things sitting there on TV shows. They will make it Hindu Muslim nonsense. Okay. पूजा करना है ये सब फालतू फालतू बातें अभी मैंने जो बातें करी समझ में आया why UCC is a necessity think about it there is a woman Tani is married Tani I'm just taking your example don't mind okay you tomorrow your husband wants to have another wife okay suppose I know it's just an example you can smile and take it okay so what will you do you don't want that you're not going to be happy about it so you will go to court and he will say hey my husband got married hey Simran so the court will decide in your favor the court will say no it is not okay you can't have another wife you already have a wife you have to divorce her first then you can have another got it now unfortunately if this happens with Aisha okay if Aisha is married and her husband gets another wife Aisha goes to court and says I'm sorry I'm not happy with this my husband got another wife I'm not happy about it the husband could say I belong to XYZ community and in my community it's okay we have a law now there is a problem Aisha doesn't want her husband to have another wife while she is his wife okay Indian law says it's not fair you can't do it it's not okay it's not legal but her community suggests it's okay now there is a conflict so which law should be superior so if there is not a conflict you can stay with your community law no problems but if there is a conflict then the constitution will be considered superior that is how it is so this is why we need the UCC imagine some more people in that Rajasthani community that I mentioned, some more men or women want to have divorce there. Right now they can't because their community laws don't permit them, don't allow them. We don't have UCC. In criminal matters, Indian Constitution and the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, BNS will take charge. But in civic matters like this, family laws, their community laws are more powerful. And that's why UCC is the need of a progressive society like India's. It is a need of this time. अगर समझ में आ गई होगी बात तो अच्छी बात है बाकी आरिश तो नहीं चाहेगा because his plan will be jeopardized totally. How will he get 3 if UCC is applied? Because women don't want to have a sultan.
क्यों चक्कर में पड़ रहे सर एक संभालना मुश्किल हो रहा है यहाँ
सॉरी
करते हैं आज की डेट में 2
एक
शादी
संभालना मुश्किल हो रहा है सर यहाँ
हाँ सही बोल रहे जाफरी वो तो तुम्हारा
जब बाल
हिस्सा
मचाएगा तब पता चलेगा सर
तुम्हारा हिस्सा मारने के लिए तैयार बैठा है कह रहा हमको 3 चाहिए तुम्हारा भी
वो अपनी जो एक रहेगी उसको बोला कि मेरे को दे देगा कह रहा भाई तू ही संभालेगी इसी एक को
आरिश अकेला पड़ जाता है बेचारे सब बोल के कहता है कि कहाँ फंस गए है ना कोई बात नहीं स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड होने का नुकसान थोड़ा बहुत तो है ही ठीक है
अभी वो भाभीियों के साथ में रहा है सर
भाभीियों के
तब पता चल जाएगा
Oh,
बड़ा भाई है उसका
what are you trying to imply, Zafri? Your bhaiyas are not happy?
Are happy, sir, but not everyone.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean. It does sound romantic and exciting for some men, especially those who have not had female company. For them it is exciting to think of having female company, wife, maybe two, maybe three guy. 30 sounds even more fun to me, honestly. Okay, but it is true. As long when you have to take the responsibility of those women, it becomes really hard. It's just not for fun. You have to take the responsibility. You will have children, and if you are a sensible man, if you are a man of sense of responsibility, with the sense of responsibility, you don't want to do that. Lucky saying हमसे कौन तीन शादी, कौन तीन लोग हमसे करेंगे शादी, एक कर ले वो बहुत है. This is what you mean, right? एक कर ले बहुत है हमसे. Okay, good point. Okay. Khushi said, I already have rights, equal rights in her father's property. So Khushi, are you going to claim? Don't say anything because it is on record. If your brother saw it, he will start planning. कैसे इसको हटाओ उस रास्ते से. Simran, you know that you have equal rights in your father's property as your brother. Would you
Yes,
like to
sir.
claim? Would you like to claim it when you are, later in future? Would you like to claim it, or do you have plans to claim it? You will let your brother
No,
have it.
I can make my own.
Khushi says, I already have properties on my name. All right, Khushi. Fine. Okay, so we can kind of think of kidnapping you, getting that property transferred, right? It will take just a sign, just one sign.
No, sir, she can file complaint under undue influence where you have threatened her. So you can be jailed. You know?
Of course, if she can prove it, but
No,
I'll
in this the dominant party have to prove it. It's not like she only
Okay,
have to prove it. You also have to
I'm
prove.
on recording, but I'm still telling my plan, what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be conducting my class here, and I will send my men, to where she is. They will kidnap her, and they will force her to write the property on my name, and I will benefit from it. And the police will not find out anything because I was always here teaching. Okay, I just need to make this video private. That's it. And then the plan will be totally successful. I am a teacher. Who will doubt me? Who will think that I did it? So, Khushi, you told this information to the wrong person, You have property against your name. Okay. Now, what was the homework in the practice book? Okay. Can we just ask a very stupid question here? How many men would like to answer? If there was no, judgment, if there was no judgment, would you not have multiple partners, guys? If there was no judgment, wouldn't you have multiple partners? Why?
Sir,
Enough? Really? Jishan, if there was no judgment, okay, society would not judge you. Would you not have multiple partners?
No.
Do
Sir,
you want me
single
to,
best.
do you want me to read that out loud, Kushi? Do you want me to read that out loud? Lucky read that, I read that. Okay, so two people already know. Okay, now, and people who can join the dots, they know as well. Okay, they can join the dots. What the conversation was. So I'm not asking girls here because it's not polite to ask girls this question somehow. I mean, and you guys, Lena, do you think it's polite to ask girls if they could, if there was no judgment associated, if there was no judgment from society, would they like to have multiple partners? I don't see any problems with that, honestly. Personally, I don't see any problems with that. If a person could have multiple partners. But remember, it should always be consensual, and with agreement of the previous partner as well. Like the previous partner should not have a problem, you know. Life is long. And you know what? In future, we are going to live for 150 years, guys. So 150 years with one partner? Are you crazy? No, one at a time, but multiple through your lifetime. That's what I mean. One at a time, but multiple through your lifetime. Like you have for one for 10 years, then another for another 15 years, then another for another 20 years, like that. Okay. This is what I think is a good idea. Sumit, your opinion?
Yes, sir, I agree with you on this.
I got a support. Anybody else thinks this is how it should be?
The consent is important.
Yeah. Simran,
No, sir.
one partner and only one partner
Yes.
for your entire life.
Yes.
Okay.
And it should be chosen by me, not by my parents.
Hmm. Khushi, 5, 6. All right. 5, 6 years or throughout 5, 6. But depends. You can't decide the number because depends on your lifespan. If somebody lives only to be 70 or 80 years old, then maybe 5, 6 is enough. But what if you live for 150 years? And it is possible, guys. Don't rule it out. Don't rule it out. Okay. Life, man or women, humans can live for 150 years. Scientists are working on that, things that they need to do so that we can live to be 150, 160 years and healthy life. Not like a very old person, not your body is not really strong. You will have a strong, youthful body until 140, 150. That is what they're working on. Because, we all want to live long, don't we? We don't want to die, do we? We don't want to die. Nobody wants to die unless they have some psychological problems, suicidal they become. Otherwise, most of us want to live and see what happens tomorrow. Every new day can bring something new, some new experiences. So people don't want to die. And that's why scientists are working on it. They are working on making our lifespan longer. Which country has the most centenarians means people who live to be 100 years old. Centenarians. Japan.
Japan.
Japan has most centenarians. Okay. And a second? Mm.
Maybe China.
Some
Maybe.
countries have longer lifespan, average lifespan. People there live longer because of lifestyle, because of the medical facilities they have, because of their attitude towards life as well. Three things matter, you know, all the three things. Food habits, this also has some sort of effect, on the quality of your life. So I think we all want to live a long life. And if we could live to be 150 years, how many World Cups will we see, guys? If we could live 150 years, in our lifetime, we would see at least 4 divided, so 25 plus 12, 37. So nearly 35 World Cups you will see, 35 World Cups of cricket. Wow, that would be amazing. I mean, what's the point of living long if you can't see the World Cup finals, right? That's the point. You want to see World Cup. I want to live a long life so that I can watch more World Cup finals, basically. Now, jokes apart, let's go and check the homework that I assigned yesterday. What was that? The second page of Unit 9. What a story. So we did that first page yesterday. We are going to do the second page today. Put the verbs in brackets in the past perfect. Put the verbs in brackets in the past perfect. The girls had never seen a bear before. It was the first time they saw a bear right in front of their house. Okay, at their door. The girls had never seen a bear before. 2. अच्छा हिंदी में please everybody. In Hindi, the girls had never seen a bear before.
पहले कभी भालू नहीं देखा था।
हाँ, कभी पहले भालू नहीं देखा था. They had never seen a bear before. देखा था. 2. हाँ हाँ, इससे पहले वो जो आए ना, the bear came to knock at their house, okay, at the door. हाँ, उससे पहले कभी भालू नहीं देखा. 2. The bear
Had already
Had
along
already walked a long way when he knocked on the cottage
when he
door.
knocked on the cottage door. The bear had already walked a long way when he knocked on the cottage door. When he knocked on the cottage door, he had already walked a long way. I had already eaten dinner when you invited me. I had already eaten my dinner when you invited me. Hmm. Similar sentence? 3. The dwarf had never learned good manners.
good manners.
The dwarf had never learned good manners. Arish, why did you go off camera, Arish? I want to see you. Arish, I have some more questions. I'm feeling curious about your plans. So, Arish, like I told you about my ideas, that multiple partners at different times in life, people get bored of their partners, okay? They love them, but they get bored living together. So it's a good idea if they had freedom without judgment, if they could choose another person, not forcefully, like it doesn't have to be for everybody. Whoever wants to, change a partner, they could without any judgment. But I know that's not happening right now. It will take a lot of time, maybe 100, 200, 300 years before we come to that kind of, acceptance for such a thing in our society. But Arish, would you like to have all three at once or slowly and slowly, like one today, 10, 20 years after that, one another, then 20 years, another, like that, or all three on the same day, maybe?
No, sir, not at the same time.
When you're tired, when you're bored with one, then another.
When I'm not bored of the one, sir, if she, first I will ask her if she will give me the permission, if she will be happy, only then I will do that.
But you want to.
Right. What do you think? What are the chances? How likely is it that she will say, yeah, go ahead, find another?
It's
No.
only 0.1%, sir.
0.1%.
1%.
No.
Yes.
0.1%. Do your mathematics and tell me how many girls do you need to talk to get one yes? 0.1% you said. So from that, change that percentage.
I won't get any yes, sir. I know that.
No. Mathematics question now. Now it is a mathematics question. He said 0.1%. So for 1.1%, how many girls do you need to ask? Then you will get one yes. That's the question.
Why do I need to ask any girl, sir? I will ask my wife,
Maths
sir.
question. Just maths question. What does 0.1% mean? That's what I'm saying. No. If you talk to 10 girls and one says yes, then it is 10% chance. But he said 0.1%. Now you understand, Adish? Well, how many girls do you need to talk to get one yes if the chances are 0.1%? No.
1%.
You're not getting maths right. Arish, can you? Anybody?
Sir,
Anybody?
1000.
Every percentage question.
1,000.
1000 में one, sir.
1,000. Because if you talk to 100 girls and one says yes, then it is 1%. But he said 0.1%, means 10 times more. So when you talk to 1,000 girls, then one might say, yeah, okay, I'm okay with that. So आपकी पत्नी हजारों में एक होंगी
Sir, we should not.
अगर उन्होंने हाँ कहा तो क्या जोक है यार, क्या जोक मारा हम लोगों ने अभी. डिड यू नोटिस दैट? वो लिटरली हजारों में एक होंगी अगर उन्होंने हाँ कहा तो, और नहीं तो 999 में से एक होगी. Okay. The dwarf had never, by the way, Arish, it's not about you at all. So do not feel offended. I know you easily get offended, so don't worry. Okay. It's not about you. We are just having fun. The dwarf had never learned good manners. होती ना पत्नी अगर तुम्हारी आरिश तो मैं एक शब्द ना बोलता. ओके है नहीं भी इसलिए मजाक कर ले रहा हूँ. मेरा एक स्टूडेंट है. आई हैव अ स्टूडेंट शुभांकर. ही हैज अ वाइफ. आई नेवर नेवर ब्रिंग हर अप. जब तक क्लोज ना हो कैसे बात कर सकते हैं, राइट, अबाउट वाइफ और हस्बैंड और समथिंग. सो yes, yes, I never mentioned his wife. He's a very nice guy, and he's like, I've known him only for a month, 2 months. How can I joke about his wife? That will be inappropriate. He has not even introduced his wife to me. If I know her, if I have talked to her, maybe I can make any comments. Otherwise, and it depends. Yes, she's also Bengali, by the way. And I asked him, I asked only this much, why didn't you think of marrying a Japanese? Then he said he doesn't like the culture, because when married people, Japanese couples, when they go to restaurants, the husband pays for what he eats and the wife pays for what she eats. And he thinks it is not very nice. I thought very the same. Why do you have to pay separately? Where is the connection there? I mean, why do you have to do this? So this is why he decided no, he was not okay. So he got a Bengali wife. He is Bengali. His wife is Bengali too. Can you imagine that in India? The husband and wife, Tani, you go to a restaurant with your husband, and your husband says, you pay for what you have eaten, I will pay for what I have eaten. Okay. Then you will say, then why my father has given you dowry? Okay. The bear had followed the dwarf through the forest. The bear had followed the dwarf through the forest. Okay, he had followed the dwarf. The bear had been a prince the whole
Had been
time.
a prince
He
the
had
whole
been
time.
had been a prince the whole time. Yeah. We could not see that, but he had been a prince. Okay, he had been a prince the whole time. अब ये हिंदी कैसे करे, क्या ही हिंदी करे, कोई पूछ दे हिंदी मत फंसना. समझ में आ रहा तो अच्छी बात है. इफ यू कैन फील इट, फाइन. इफ यू are being forced to translate it into Hindi, don't do that. The bear had been a prince the whole time. तो in Hindi we might say वो शुरू से ही वो एक प्रिंस था. वो प्रिंस था. He had been a prince the whole time. Now make sentences from the table. 1. I was hungry
Because
I was
I
hungry
hadn't eaten
because
or
I hadn't
Because I hadn't eaten anything all day.
eaten
I
anything all
hadn't
day.
eaten anything all day. I was hungry because I hadn't eaten anything all day. A lot of people will not say this. A lot of people will say, I was hungry because I didn't eat anything all day. And that's fine. I told you, as long as the meaning is clear, past perfect is not necessary to be used. Okay? But do not use the past perfect the wrong way. And what is the wrong way? Using past perfect here. I had been hungry because I hadn't eaten anything all day. That would be wrong. Yes. I was hungry because I hadn't eaten anything all day. Do you remember me saying the bigger challenge is not where to use the past perfect? The bigger challenge is where not to use the past perfect. We cannot use past perfect here. 2. I was tired
Because I hadn't
Because I
Because
hadn't
slept
I
slept
hadn't
well
well
the
the
night
night
before.
before.
slept well the night before.
I hadn't slept well the night before. I hadn't slept well the night before. Number 3, I didn't have any money
Because I had
Because
spent
I
Because
had
all on
spent
I
clothes.
all
spent
on
it all on
because I spent it. I had spent it. I had spent it all on clothes. I had spent it
On
all.
close.
On clothes.
Close.
It's
Notice,
all.
it refers to money. It
Yeah.
all the money. I had spent all the money on clothes. I had spent it all on clothes. It all means all the money.
All
All
the
the money.
All
It all the money. Khushi, why did you turn your camera off? Is everything all right? Number 4. I was late for work. I
was
was
late for work
because I hadn't set the
I
alarm
hadn't
on my
set the
phone.
alarm
on my
on my
phone.
phone.
I was late for work because I hadn't set the alarm on my phone.
On my phone.
I hadn't set the alarm on my phone. I'm going to invite a Punjabi girl to the class. She speaks English pretty well, and we met online, and I sent her the class photo, and she felt curious about being here. So I said, okay, you can join me as a guest. She doesn't need to learn English from me because her English is quite good already. Okay. Number 5, my mother was worried
Because I hadn't
Because
run
I
her for a
hadn't
week.
rung her for a week.
because I hadn't rung
Run
her
her.
for a week.
Rung her for a week.
Yeah, called her, phoned her. Rung her means phoned her. Okay.
Phoned her
My mother was angry. Sorry, my father was angry
because I had crashed his car.
Because I had crashed his car.
His car.
This is what I hate. Mother was worried because I hadn't rung her for a week, and father was angry because I had crashed his car. Fathers only get angry when you damage things that belong to him, and mamas are worried for you without a reason. Huh? They're so selfless, and papas are so selfish. Can you see the brainwashing, people? Can you see the brainwashing? This book is so sexist. This book is so against men. Can you see that? I have a reason to feel very, very angry. I'm a man. Fathers are not like this. Fathers can be worried too. When you haven't drunk for a week, fathers can be worried too. But no, my mother was worried because I hadn't drunk for a week. And my father was angry because I had crashed his car. Mother can be also angry when you crash her car. Okay? You damage her hair dryer and she will be shouting at you all day. But that's not what is written here. So I hate this book. It is absolutely against men. Feminism. I support feminism, but this is not feminism. This is
Pseudo feminist.
no, no,
The
no.
content writer was
This is misandry. Misandry, means hate for men. This is what it is. कैसे बता रहे हैं? Father was angry because I had crashed his car. Anyways, complete the sentences using the verb once in the past simple. I think now we need to divide the earth into two parts. Half will be for men and half will be for women. Chalo yaar, batwara karo. We can't live like this. Yeah, huh? But what about Arish?
Sir,
Where
you
will he
have
get his
varied.
3 wives?
That's
पहले तू कर ले फिर हम लोग बंटवारा करेंगे. I'm done यार. I'm done. This is not okay. Okay, this society is becoming increasingly difficult for men. Men are committing suicide because of their wives, and men are now you're walking along the road, and a girl will go past, you, and she will say, "He touched me," and everybody will start hitting you. Nobody will ask what happened actually. ऐसा society बना दिया भाई. Yeah. यार खाली दर्द है यार कोई हमदर्द नहीं है खाली दर्द है Arish will be on our side. Kushi said Arish will be on their side. Arish will live on the women's side. Okay, that part of the globe. Okay, fine. You guys take the northern sphere. We will take the southern sphere. Okay, this is the only solution I see. I'm done with this everyday fight. Okay. But women, do you agree that it is so unfair now? Society is so unfair now for women, for men, against men, biased against men. And now you don't agree, Kushi? Men are against men. बताओ लड़के को मारेगा कौन? Ladke, okay? That's the problem. If women could, if all women had to come together to beat the man, he would stand a chance of running away. But no, men would start beating him up. This is so wrong. अपने ही गिराते हैं नशे मन पे बिजलियां, huh? Yes. Now I was hungry because I hadn't had any lunch. I was hungry because I hadn't had any lunch. Two, I was really hungry this morning, so I had a huge breakfast. This exercise is important because you will decide which tense, past simple or past perfect. Number three, I went to Rupert's party last night. It was great fun. I didn't see Dawn at the party. She had gone home before I arrived. I went to Rupert's party last night. It was great fun. I didn't see Dawn at the party. She had gone home before I arrived. 5. My husband gave me a lovely surprise for my birthday. Dinner at the Ritz in London. Okay. 6. Julian was a poor man when he died. He
He donated all
He
his
had given
money to
all his money to
charity.
charity. Yeah. Mm. He had given all his money to charity. I hope you guys got it right. Look at the pictures. Complete the story using the past perfect. Craig forgot to set his alarm and he woke up really late. He missed the train to work, so he got a taxi. The taxi broke down. He arrived at work too late for his meeting. His boss was very annoyed with him. He felt ill in the afternoon, so he left work early. Now, Craig was sitting by the fire in his living room. He had had a terrible day. He had forgotten to set his alarm the night before, and he had missed the train to work, so he had to take a taxi, or he had to take a taxi, but the taxi had broken down on the way, and he had arrived at work too late for his meeting, and his boss had been very, very annoyed with him, and he had felt ill in the afternoon, so yes. आप अपने हिसाब से अरेंज करके मुझे भेज देना, ओके? जरूरी नहीं कि जस्ट के तस, यू डोंट हैव टू कॉपी पेस्ट एग्जैक्ट लाइंस एवरी line, okay? You guys can write it in your own way and send it to me. Is that fine? Okay.
Yes.
Fine. So I pulled off another class today despite not being at my best. I again considered not running today's class because, it's the last class I teach, and I start to feel a little bit tired by the time it is time for. Yes. Hey, Simran, one day you messaged me, I think two nights before, sir, are you free? And or maybe, sir, can I call you in 5 minutes? And then you didn't.
Yeah, because at that day I was talking to my mother,
Uh-huh.
and the time went past 9, so I thought it will not
Oh,
be good to call.
okay, okay. What did you want to talk about? Um,
Mm,
okay, you can tell me later. No problems.
yes.
So here we are. Tell the story again with your partner. Use these prompts. Okay. So fine. Have you already done this? Exercise 4? Okay. We learned the conjunctions yesterday. So let me assign homework. And tomorrow's grammar class will be most probably off because it is India versus Pakistan. And as long as India are winning, the class will be off. If India are in a very bad situation at the very start of the class, start of the match, then maybe I will stop watching and come and teach. Okay, suppose India are batting first and they are in a very bad position, 5 wickets down in the first 10 overs or something, then there will be no point in watching that match. So I'll come and teach. Yes, Arish, I'm going to play a song. You choose today. You choose the song today. Something that can help you overcome all the torture you experienced at my hands today. something that can make you feel a little better, Arish. The night we met. Oh, the first one, the second one, or the third one? Okay, Kushi, come on, Kushi. You got to listen to the song. Don't you know? When we met. What is that the song? The night we met. The night we met. Oh, Arish, you are an Indian, okay? Meet during the day. All right? Don't do this. The night we met. Why would you meet a girl at night? Would you like it if
It's a beautiful song, sir. I had
if,
listened it many
if
times.
another girl met a cousin or a sister of yours at night, would you be okay? Why did you meet that girl at night? Tell me.
It's a song, sir.
Ah,
It's-
bhai. But the song says the night we met.
Yes.
Why would you like this kind of song? Make another song, the morning we met, okay?
There is no song the morning we met, sir.
That's what I'm saying. Make one. Because you shouldn't listen to a song like this, the night we met.
Sir, you
Songs like,
just listen it once, you will be happy. It is a good song.
you think so?
Yes, sir. There is beautiful. There are beautiful lyrics.
Okay, I trust you. So maybe it was a funeral night or something. I don't know. Okay.
You will be sad after listening to that.
So that's why I already predicted. Maybe it was a funeral night or something.
It was not a funeral, sir.
I'm not the only traveler who has not repaid his debt. Wow. The first two lines got me. What a lovely start, man. Everybody, look at these lyrics. Thank you, Arish. I'm not the only traveler who has not repaid his debt.
Sir, the web series is also amazing.
What
In
web
which this
series?
song is
Play it, sir.
13
Could you
Reasons
please play
Why.
it once?
I have been searching
It
for a
is
trail to follow again. A trail, a path. I've been searching for a trail to follow again. Take me back to the night we met. Wow, beautiful. And then I can tell myself what the hell I'm supposed to do. And then I can tell myself not to ride along with you. Oh my goodness. But do we really think this way? I mean, if somebody made you happy, even for a short period of time, do you really wish you had not met that person? Does it feel right? You want to say that you want to lose all the joy, all the memories you made with that person just because the things didn't work out? So you want to you want to give it all up just because the end was not the way you wanted it? I think it's pretty negative, cynical. In my life, lots of people came, good friends, okay, and they didn't stay for long. But whatever time I spent with them, they were very nice time, they were all good moments, good memories. So even though the end was not the way we wanted, still those memories we have in the minds. So this line I don't agree with. See, he's saying, and then I
which
can
line, sir?
not to ride along with you.
Sir, the girl actually dies in that movie in very soon. So that why, and he
Actually,
got
this song
connected
is
after
from
she
a web
died.
series, sir.
Sumit.
Yes.
I don't know what you're talking about, but I want to tell you, do you think that the scene that you're describing is about this song, or the scene has nothing to do with the song? Means,
Exactly with this song, sir. The
are you
scene is
sure?
exactly with it. Yes.
Are you sure? Then
The
Yes,
what
song
sir.
is describing the movie actually.
then what could
The
this mean? What is the person saying? I can tell myself not to ride along with you.
so he got so connected with the
No,
girl
that's
after
my
she died.
point. No. The guy can't get connected to her after she died. This
Yes,
is
sir.
impossible.
Actually, in
What?
that movie, it happened because when girl did suicide, and while doing suicide, she left tape strip of recording of her voice, so that she can share her story. And after the boy heard those stories, he felt so guilty, and he also fell in love. This type of
Fell in
story it
love with
was.
that girl after she was dead.
He
Yes.
already liked that girl, but means he felt a little bit guilty
They
type
hadn't
feeling that I could
communicated.
have helped
Guilty,
her
I
more.
understand. Feeling guilty, I understand. When somebody you like, somebody you wanted. Okay, did the girl commit suicide?
Yes, sir.
Okay, not my thing. I don't want to watch it.
Yeah, it has
I
disclaimer.
find it really disgusting when a man or a woman commits suicide because of failure in love. You know what I mean? I find it really disgusting. Disgusting. If I talk to
Uh,
young people, one thing I'll tell them, please, no matter how, Arish, I'll play the song. I'll play the song that you want me to play. But this idea is not very appealing to me, you know? Okay, let's listen to the song, guys. This, that you love somebody so much that you commit suicide when you don't have that person, you don't get that person.
she didn't did it's because of love, sir. Because of bad things, a lot of bad things happened to her. That's why.
I knew I
Okay,
was underwater.
okay, get
If
it.
you're stressed about your paper, just get Grammarly.
I am not the only traveler who is not repaid his debt. I've been searching for a trail to follow again. Take me back to the night we met, and then I can't tell myself what the hell I'm supposed to do, and then I can't tell myself not to ride along with you. I had all and then most of you, some and now none of you. Take me back to the night we met. I don't know what I'm supposed to do, haunted by the ghost of you. Oh, take me back to the night we met, when the night was full of terror and your eyes were filled with tears, when you had not touched me yet. Oh, take me back to the night we met. I had all and then most of you, some and now none of you. Take me back to the night we met. I don't know what I'm supposed to do, haunted by the ghost of you. Take me back to the night we met.
Is that all? Is that all? Okay. Well, I didn't
Yes.
like the music very much. I didn't like the music very much, to be honest. But the lyrics were pretty, meaningful. Agreed. No problems. And please share with me the name of the series that I'm supposed to watch to understand what you guys were telling me, the story and all. Okay, would like to watch. She didn't
I will
commit
share,
suicide
sir.
because she was a failure in love. She died because of other circumstances.
Yes,
Committed
yes.
suicide because of other circumstances.
Yes,
Okay, please share. Maybe it's a Sunday tomorrow.
I'll share
Maybe.
with you.
Okay. See ya. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye, sir.
Good night. Good
Bye,
night.
sir.
Good night, everyone. Good night.
Bye, sir. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye, sir.
Call me, Simran. Call me. Bye-bye.